Yeah, what's poppin', guys? You got your boy Nandro back at it with another video. So this video, I wanted to go ahead and cover a topic that's it's pretty omnipresent in this game. It's the is this game getting too expensive? So every now and then you'll see people go, oh man, Flux rotation, Flux shadowverse server game's super expensive. Why is it like this? Damn the game, whatever. This, that, and the third. Now recently it came up with like Hulu Gaming or whatever, who's another YouTuber, who he made a video about it. He was like complaining about like how like expense rotation is, how the whole like mini expansion is a scam, things like that, all that, and. Well, like I'm obviously not trying to start beef or anything like that. I do respectfully disagree, because a lot of things in this game, like yes, you can make the argument over that like that the average cost of deck is rising, and that is true. You also remember that there's a lot of freebies in this game. However, there's also a lot of unmilked freebies in this game. Like if you out here and you not milk on freebies, you make a mistake. Especially because like so many of these freebies are honestly like, easy to get. So what I said that I was going to go ahead and do is I was going to go ahead and make a nice video where I go ahead and cover these things. I also was going to go ahead and put my money where my mouth is or whatever, and burn all of the gold that I'd saved up for this that I'd saved up last month or whatever. Just go ahead and further my point. So I did not burn up the card packs I had because those are a lot harder to come by. But that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about how to make gold. How to properly save it for both the mini set as well as to be able to save it for the next set, the mini set, and the set after that. So like 3 sets. Well, 2.5. Like 2 sets, but in reality it's like 3 because you have to do it 3 times, right? So first, let's go ahead and look at our handy dandy dailies. So on average, with your dailies, you make right. So the dailies range from between 20 gold to 60 gold, or it's a win a pack ticket. If it's a win a pack ticket or whatever, those stacking times 100 gold, or they count 0, depending on like if you actually needed the set or not. Like for example, if I got like a pack ticket or whatever for like Dawnbreaking Night Issue, which is actually what I had before, which is like why I can't reroll. That one to me is meaningless because I already have like everything in that set. But if it's something like say like win 7 or whatever, get a nice get a nice Ultra Sphere pack or something like that, then that's actually worth 100, because obviously of course I won't actually like have everything in Ultra Sphere yet because mini sets and whatnot. So you go ahead and you average your stuff, whatever, it's like 2060, so it's like 35 or 40 or so on average, whatever, which comes up to about 120 gold. So you make 120 gold before dailies, before logins, each and every day. Obviously, of course, you will have to log in to get this, so you will get the logins. So login bonuses range between 20 gold to 40 gold. So on average, that's 30 gold. So on average, you make 150 gold a day. That's a decent amount of gold. It's like a pack and a half. On top of that, you can go ahead and get score rewards as well. So if we assume that you as player only get the base minimum average, which is that you only get the first like 120, which is that you only get the first like 12,000 gold. That's still about 1 second. I have to scroll all the way down. I forgot about this. All right, that's still, let's see here, 30 gold. 30, 60, 90, yeah. So still like an additional 90 gold. Now obviously, of course, you'll probably end up playing a lot more than that with what I have in store. But if we assume that you only do that, then that's like 90. The second go ahead and be like another pack as well. In addition to the whole like you're actually like getting card packs as well if you play. Now from there, you also have to factor in that like we have time bonuses and things like that all the time. Like for example, like last month we came up with like 2 or 3 different tie-ins, like Fate Tie-in Part 1. Fate Tie-in Part 1 for that month, and then Fate Tie-in Part 2, which you got a whole bunch of different like login bonuses and things like that. And those do add up because like for each of those, they usually last about like anywhere from like 8 to 10 days. So it's about like either 8 to like this either like 7 to like 15 or so packs. Yeah, that's a lot of packs. That's a lot of like free money that you're missing out on if you're just like not logging in. But on average, if we go from, you know, again, like I said, like the daily average or whatever before GP, which we'll talk about in a second, it's 150 gold times 30, because there's on average there's about 30 days in the month. So that's 4,500 gold before you do anything else in this game. Assuming, of course, they hit the base average. I mean, obviously, of course, you can hit above average, you hit you know, slightly below average, but if you just hit the average, that's 4,500 gold, right? So from there, if you multiply that times 3, because obviously there's like 3 months between each set, that comes out to, if I'm not mistaken, 13,500 gold. That's a lot of gold. That's a nice chunk of change. Now, one additional thing here that obviously, of course, like not many people talk about, because I don't think many people know this. You only need about 70 or so packs to open to pull most of the bronze and silvers, and then from there you can just like worry about crafting the golds and legendaries. Now that's assuming, of course, you hit a very strong low roll and you pull absolutely no legendaries at all for cards you want to craft. In which case that could be sad. But I know for me personally, most times when I open, I usually, on average, you're supposed to get one legendary out of every like 8 or 9 packs. So if you open up 70 or so, you're supposed to get at least 8, which is like not too bad. I mean, again, obviously you're still like rolling the dice on like whether or not you A, actually get one, and B, if it's actually for a class you want to play. But that's fine. Now, like I said, that was also for factoring GP, but once you actually factor in GP, it becomes a lot more nutty. So for GP, you get a free entry every single day. A free entry for the first run every single day. So assuming you win, again, 3 on average. Assuming you win 3 on average for stage 1, that's like an additional 60 gold, bumping up the daily average from 150 to 210. 210 gold. That's only, you know, 2 packs every 2 packs. Pretty good value. If it's in stage 2, the average for 3 ones, if you're in group A, is I believe 90 gold. So in that case, that'd be, you know, 240, pretty good. Of course, you know, for final stage does not give you gold, but that's fine. 240 gold is a lot of chunk of change. It's a lot of change to work with. It's a lot. Like, for those telling you it's not, they don't know what they're talking. I promise you, they don't know what they're talking about. Because if you do 240 or so by 30, well, I didn't actually do the math for that, and I can't do the math, unfortunately, off the top of my head, because I don't want to sit and think about it for too long. But basically, it's a lot of gold. And of course, as long as you're like willing to like properly budget it or whatever, it's not that hard. Like, for many of you playing shadowverse or whatever, you're not like 15 or whatnot. You're usually like grown ass men and women or whatever. There's no reason for you to not just like be like having like proper spending and saving habits, like, because like these actually translate, you know, from shadowverse to actually, you know, like real life or whatever. If you're good at budgeting or whatever, you'll be able to stretch your money. You'll be able to actually, like, you know, be able to do most of the things you want to do. And of course, you know, it all begins here. It all, like, because like even if you as a player are like behind it, or like, you know, behind this game, things like that, you can still catch up. I promise you, you can still catch up, because it's not that hard. It really truly is not that hard. So here's a bunch of like small things you can do. So we already covered the whole play all of your free runs for GP. Like, do all of your missions on time. Do all of your like daily logins or whatever. For the missions, that one's actually kind of important, because like, as you can see, you only get another timer for them after you finish them. So you do want to actually try to finish them as fast as possible. This is why you usually see people play, like, you know, meta decks or whatever, even when they're playing in a ranked server, usually, because most of these guys, they're trying to get their dailies done. Like, you know, trying to get their dailies done or whatever. So it makes sense to be playing a deck that's actually like meta, that actually like works or whatever. So you have to, like, you know, spend time trying to like build a deck, then test a deck, and, you know, things like that. Like, mind you, is it necessarily fun? Not really, but you can have, but time for fun will exist for you after you finish the dailies, because at that point they will reset. The faster they reset, the more gold you make. Now, I don't actually have like strict like infographics or like numbers or whatever for you on like how much gold you can like make or whatever if you like reset your dailies that fast, because it's slightly under 1 day for them to reset, assuming of course you like finish all of your dailies in the first like 1 hour or so. But I'm pretty sure you can squeeze ahead at least like maybe 4 or 5 days extra or whatever if you're actually like able to do that. Now, obviously, of course, not everyone's able to do that. So, of course, if you're just doing it on average, you'll still be fine. You'll still be making your nice chunk. But as long as you just like make sure to do the dailies, boom, good. You're sold. You're solid. Good, wonderful. Additionally, other things that people could be doing, whatever, is the working with your vials. So obviously, vials are very, very important. And like when you don't have vials, it's like very, very sad face, because when you want to when you want to craft things or whatever, it becomes hard. Now for me, I actually have a lot of vials. Yes, I know this number here is looking kind of sad, but look over here. Yeah, I have a decent chunk of vials. But as you might notice, I don't hit my liquefy extra button. Why? Because I'm the kind of players that like I like to hold off and like wait until like nerfs or whatever. I don't like, for me, it's not important to like have like every single card or whatever at the time immediately, because you can only play the game so much, right? If you're a casual player, you don't play the game that often. If you're a more like veteran player or whatever, this is like somewhat kind of a meat point for you. But realistically, the people who are like, oh, I gotta collect everything, catch them all like his Pokemon. This isn't Pokemon. Like you don't need to catch them all. There's no magical or like mythical achievement or whatever for you catching all the cards. That's just not how it is. But for me, the why saving is important is because like you never know when a card is or isn't gonna get nerfed for like the wildest of reasons. Like for example, the nerf to, what was it? There was like the nerf to Aperia, then there was also like the nerf to, what's it called? It's an 8-drop card. I don't remember where it's in storage too. 1 second, so I think quickly look for this card. I think it's some classic set. And then HP. Yeah, this card. The nerf. Then there's also like the nerf to Enrage Generic. Well, it was like a fix, but it was like there's also like a nerf. But anyway, yeah, like you never know when these cards get nerfed, but you also know that like that cards that are more like prominent and obviously like make sense to get nerfed will get nerfed. Well, usually speaking. So for example, like things like Miss Miranda or whatever, which we should do actually have some that I actually like didn't liquefy, only to kind of like prove the point for this video, which I can just go ahead and do that now. And that saving works. Like saving is very, very good for you. Let me search it from here. Yeah, so I can see here I have 6. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like liquefy 3 of them. Like not too bad. You go ahead and you make like 750, or how much is it? Or sorry, not 750. You make 2,400. So basically, by saving up here and getting these 3, I can go ahead and now make any 3 golds of my choosing, just because I held on to this. Like it's it's small, it's simple, but it goes a ways. It goes a ways, especially when you happen to have a lot of a card. Like say for example, you have a lot of a nerf silver. Like for example, when Violet Dragon got nerfed this month, I had 45, maybe 50 copies of him. So if you multiply so I basically got back 10,000 vials for vialing all 50 copies of him. That's basically like saying that, oh, get any 3 legendaries of your choosing. That's pretty nuts, right? And again, all I had to do was just save and not put myself in a hurry to go ahead and like make things like willy-nilly, which is another like focal point here, is that you can't just like honestly speaking, if you're a player who you yourself, if you don't like deck build or whatever, and you only play, like what's OP or whatever, either way, you should generally be waiting like 2 weeks after an expansion starts. Whatever, so this way you can see like what was a red herring and what's actually looking like it could be a real deal in terms of like things for you like bandwagon on. Now, yes, it does kind of suck because like why should I have to wait or whatever, but it's one of those like, if you know that you make well, for lack of a better word, and not to be harsh, but if you know that you make poor financial decisions, these are one of those decisions that you're gonna like need to start making if you're gonna try to pull yourself out of that gutter, to start making better decisions, and actually start like making more money, having more fun. Sorry about that. I had like something stuck in my throat for a second. Anyway, so moving on. What else is next? Oh, yeah, the achievements, right? So each season, literally each season, every single month, and in both rotation and unlimited or whatever, there's the ranking for top 10K, as well as the ranking for top 1K. It's literally in both formats, like every single month, and that's also free money. Like it's legitimately free money. Well, not really free money, but it's like, well, I guess you make an argument that's like free money, because it's free packs, right? It's free packs. So right, 1 second. So I'm quickly. Oh, this is the one for unlimited. I'm looking for the one for rotation. All right. Yeah, it's literally free packs. So as I can see here, like last month, I hit GM or whatever. I literally stayed exactly at GM to prove this point. Like hit GM, boom. Like I'm top like 8,727 or whatever in the game. Cool. Like so like I hit it very early in the season. I hit it like, I don't know, like I think like 7 days into the season or something like that. And boom, there you go. Free 10 packs for me. Like, am I gonna use the packs right now? I could, but I'm not, because why? Because I care about the mini expansion. I care about the, not needing to like scramble to possibly need to like craft cards. Now, obviously, yes, there is like some like slight issues with the mini set or whatever, and that like there's no like augmented pulls or anything like that, and that's not its own, and that's also not its own like separate set, which is what it honestly should have been, but it's not, and that's like fine, it's whatever. Does it suck? Yes, but can you live with it? Sure. But I mean, like that's neither here nor there. That's obviously like not the point of this not the point of this video. But let me go ahead and quickly show you that as well. So like I said, I didn't burn my pack tickets for this. Yeah, so I can see here I have 26. 26 is pretty good. Now obviously it's gonna get a little bit bigger for me because there should be a GP this month, and there will probably be a GP probably before there might be another GP before the end of the month as well. So if we assume that like that you play like I think it's like 8 or 10 days or whatever, and you get at least one pack ticket each day. Boom, Bob's your uncle. That's like another, what is it? What did I just say? It's another like 8 or 7 more packs. If you assume that in stage 2 or whatever, that also go at least like 4-1 a few times or whatever. Boom. That's 2 more packs, or sorry, not 2 more packs. It's 1 more additional pack because of how the rewards work, whatever. And those they add up, or whatever. Like right now, it's like saying that, oh, I have a bunch of gold here, just sitting here for free. It's like, hey, wonderful. Because again, right. So for those of you who probably didn't actually get that. So what I'm saying is that like how you want to do things is you want to go ahead and at the start of expansion, right? Burn maybe about half your gold spent. So in this case, if you did in fact make the 14,000 or so gold that you could have saved, go ahead and burn 7,000 of that. You go ahead and you burn your 7,000. You go ahead and you collect those cards. Boom. Then of course you go ahead and you hold your pack tickets. Like do not use those because you don't need to. Just go ahead and hold those. Save those up for mini set. And rinse and repeat, voila. Now, one thing you might be noticing is that you should notice is that each set you'll be able to like buy either buy a little bit more or buy a little bit less, depending on how you're feeling about it. I made sure to do it this way because this way obviously leaders. So there are people who obviously care about cosmetics or whatever, who care about, oh well, I gotta pull this leader. Like for example, I literally I like Gilgamesh or whatever, so I literally went on my way to go ahead and like buy a Gilgamesh guy, buy Shiro, and then buy someone else, and like buy Ren or whatever, because I thought those characters look pretty cool. But if of course you're someone who does not care about that, that's fine. It just means you can like spend like more money freely or whatever. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how much more money it is, but like you should be able to make it. You should be able to like drop at least 40 or so more packs. You should be able to spend about like 4,000 or so gold more comfortably if you need to like try to pull one, or for example like maybe you say you like have like a bad set opening one set or whatever, in which you I don't know, like just like pull like one budget or something tragic like that. Now mind you, it doesn't always happen, and it's like a pretty massive low roll for that to happen to you. But if it does, you can just go ahead and like use that as your buffer to go ahead and try to like correct that mistake or whatever, and that's pretty good, right? or at least I would like to think so. Now, again, like I said, like all these things are very, very, very simple and easy to achieve, especially the thing for unlimited. Let me go quickly go back here so I can show you guys one more time. So for limited, no one plays that. Well, sorry, not no one, but very few people play that format. So it's not at all hard to just be able to just like come through and just like sit and like fool around or whatever, and then boom, like make 10 to 20 packs or whatever. Like if you're actually like getting the packs for both sets or whatever, if you're actually getting the top 10k for the for like each season and both these things, that's 60 packs minimum. Like if you're someone who's good enough to do top 1k or whatever, in that case that becomes a free 120 fucking packs. That's so many goddamn packs. Like what the hell? And all you have to do is just like, oh, play. If you like the game, play the game. If you're good at the game, cool. You'll get like more rewards or whatnot. If you're not that good at the game, that's fine. You can work on improving. You can work on getting better at it. Like it's not at all hard. Like literally for this one, like I literally got it was like slightly higher than GM for this one. Oh, look at that. Well, I'm in top 1k and unlimited. That's wild. For this one, I like barely played, and I was gonna actually play or whatever. As long as I was at like 3,600 or so. So as long as I won like 12 more games, boom, I would have been fine. For this set, I legitimately just like did not care because I think it was like busy with some life shit or whatever. But that's like neither here nor there. For this one, look, like more than half of the way there to GM. Well, about halfway to GM or whatever. And as you see here, it's pretty consistent looking. So this one, 2,700, boom, didn't need much. 3,500, boom. Like, yeah, it's not all hard. Like, so I can like quickly see here or whatever. Like, that's at least at least 5 different months where I was able to do it or whatever. So 50 packs for not that much effort, because in unlimited you can play aggro. And I know for a fact many shadowverse players love aggro or whatever, and boom, like aggro sells, fuck bitches, get money, things like that. Boom, you're good to go. You play aggro. Aggro games are pretty fast. They don't take that long at all. Wonderful. Speaking of time, so I know like in the comments or whatever, some people are gonna be like, well, but Nandro, I don't have time to play GP or whatever. Bullshit. I've done this literally every single season when someone tries to call me on this or whatever. GP legitimately doesn't take longer than about like 35 minutes to do all 5 reruns. I know this for a fact because I've literally sat and called people and done this like many times over the last several seasons or like several months. Now, if you're someone who legitimately struggles with GP, that's fine. You know why? Because I got you. Right now, I'm like a 5-time winner GPs or whatever. Like, and even when I don't win the GPs, I usually tend to go like 3-1 or like 4. Or sorry, I tend to go like 3-2 or 4-1 in finals. Like, so clearly, I know what I'm doing when it comes to GP. Like, and I'm more than willing to help you. All you gotta do is just join my Discord, hit me up, be like, hey Nanji, so I heard you talk all that good shit about GP, and like I got you. But yeah, it's just as simple as just asking for help, knowing the resources that you're gonna like need or whatever, and just doing that dance, doing the Naji dance. But but yeah, without any further ado, this will go ahead and complete the video. I dropped a whole bunch of knowledge on you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and try to like leave a nice like written version of this when I can, when I have like more free time, just like sit down and write it. But for now, I'll go ahead and like leave the video as is. Now I will go ahead and I'll like try to update it, or if you guys like want like more clarification, just ask me down in the comments so I can go ahead and like answer questions. And if it's like for a topic that's like that's gonna require more than 5 minutes of me speaking about it or like typing it out or whatever, I can go ahead and I just like make a separate video to go ahead and like expand on that. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.